Imagine cracking open a rock and finding a creature with eyes on a sideways bar, like headlights on a steering wheel, plus a long, flexible snorkel, ending in a claw-like mouth. Meet the Tully Monster, Tullimonstrum gregarium, a fossil so weird it's become famous for one thing, not fitting anywhere. It lived over 300 million years ago, and after decades of study, scientists still argue about the most basic question. Was it a vertebrate or an invertebrate? Before we get into the fight over what the Tully Monster is, you need one simple divider in biology. What is the difference between vertebrate and invertebrate? A vertebrate is an animal built around an internal backbone system, bony or cartilaginous, protecting a central nervous system. Fish, amphibians, reptiles, birds, mammals. An invertebrate is basically everything else, animals without a vertebral column. That's most life on Earth: insects, crabs, worms, jellyfish, squid. The story starts in Illinois, in the late Carboniferous, when this region sat near the equator, a world of dense swamp forests, rivers, and shallow coastal seas, something like a megadelta system. Most soft-bodied animals vanish without a trace. But here, something rare happened. Dead creatures were buried fast in mud before scavengers and decay could erase them. Chemical reactions formed hard, reddish-brown siderite ironstone nodules around the bodies, nature's sealed containers. Fossil hunters learned a trick. Don't smash them. Look for nodules already split by weathering, where the fossil is revealed like a secret inside a geode. In 1958, an amateur collector named Francis Tully found something no one at the time could confidently place in the Tree of Life. He brought it to experts at Chicago's Field Museum, and even they were stumped. The nickname came first, Tully's Monster, and in 1966, paleontologist Eugene Richardson gave it its official name. The Tully Monster looks like something a kid drew and dared biology to explain. The Tully Monster's body is basically a soft, streamlined tube, segmented, tapering at both ends like something built for gliding through water. Near the front, two eyes stick out sideways on short stalks, making it look like it's always watching in opposite directions. A long proboscis extending forward, ending in a jaw-like pincer mouth with tiny tooth-like structures, a strange transverse bar, separating head and trunk, often with round organs at the ends, widely interpreted as eyes, a segmented trunk tapering to a tail, with flexible fins. When people hear monster, they imagine something huge. But Tullimonstrum is a monster in design, not in size. And here's the part that makes it even stranger. This wasn't a giant sea monster. Most Tully monsters were hand-sized, often around 15 to 20 centimeters long. Look at the fossils next to a human hand. Here's the problem: Tullimonstrum has no mineralized skeleton, no bones, no shell, no obvious hard parts that scream, "I am a worm," or "I am a fish." Early detailed studies noted it's commonly preserved as an impression, sharp in outline, but rarely showing internal anatomy. And that means the features that usually solve identity, brain cases, jaws, gill supports, limbs, may simply be not present, not preserved, or distorted by decay and compression. So for decades, scientists did what they could: compare the visible pieces to everything. For more than half a century, the Tully Monster lived in scientific limbo. Researchers compared it to all kinds of groups: worms, mollusks, arthropods, even conodont-related ideas, because every option matched one feature and failed the next. In fact, an influential 1969 work said it might represent something so different it could feel like an unknown branch of animal diversity. Not because that was satisfying, because nothing else worked. Then, in 2016, two major papers hit Nature, and the tone changed overnight. Paper 1, a team reviewed the creature's morphology using more than 1,200 specimens and reported features they interpreted as vertebrate traits, evidence consistent with a notochord, gill pouches, and even cartilaginous elements and a tail fin with lobes. Their phylogenetic analysis placed Tullimonstrum as a vertebrate, on the stem lineage to lampreys, jawless fishes. Paper 2 zoomed in on the eyes. It reported a retina-like structure with distinct layers of two melanosome shapes, spheroidal and cylindrical, arranged like vertebrate retinal pigment epithelium, and argued this layered dual melanosome setup is a vertebrate signature. For a moment, it felt like the monster finally had a home.
But in science, a dramatic answer invites a dramatic challenge. In 2017, another team argued the vertebrate case had big problems. Some vertebrate-style interpretations didn't hold up well against taphonomy, what decay and preservation do to bodies. They also pointed out missing features you might expect if it were truly within the vertebrate crown, and questioned the way the comparisons and datasets were constrained. The monster might look vertebrate-like in places, but that could be convergence, different animals evolving similar solutions, or preservation trickery. The case closed moment turned into a new question. Did we solve the mystery, or just pick a side too early? Then came a clever angle. If the eye pigments were the key, what if we tested them differently? In 2019, researchers used synchrotron-based chemical techniques to compare melanosomes in vertebrates and cephalopods, and then compared those signals to Tullimonstrum. Their headline result: the chemical signatures of Tullimonstrum's eye melanosomes looked closer to modern cephalopods than to vertebrates, making an invertebrate affinity plausible. But they also warned, chemistry can be altered during fossilization, and importantly, a cephalopod identity still didn't match the full body anatomy. So the eye clue didn't end the argument, it sharpened it. The Tully monster is terrifying to taxonomists for a simple reason. It reminds us that the history of life isn't a neat museum hallway. It's a city after an earthquake, missing buildings, broken signs, and streets that don't connect anymore. Mazon Creek preserved what usually disappears: soft bodies, delicate outlines, strange anatomies. So it gives us glimpses of biodiversity we'd otherwise never know existed. And maybe that's the real ending. The strangest extinct animal ever found isn't just a monster, it's a message from a world we barely sampled. So what do you think the Tully monster was? Vertebrate? Invertebrate? Something we haven't named yet?